We want to thank you so much for your patience with us. It looks like we discovered parts. For a quick reminder, we do ask everyone please remain seated for several turns or the trains in motion. As well as with our small children, we ask you don't please sit the doors inside the bench and away from each of the car openings as well. This is for their own safety. We also do ask that all hands on deck and feet do stay inside the train. And most importantly, as parents, if we go, please supervise your children at all times. And here we go.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the Primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails. Just ahead is New Orleans Square Station. This station also serves Frontierland and Matterhorn. If you'll be leaving us here, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Then watch your step as you're getting off. For those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment.
And as we get the lanes here inside, New Orleans Square, as everyone, please remain seated for us until we get up that full speed stop. And if this is going to be a stop, you have to be going to stay very careful. Just looking up the train, the platform is going to be a little bit slippery.
Wasn't at all. They spent like the last 3 episodes just giving everyone a conclusion.
Yeah.
And I really liked that.
And as we get ready to depart, we'd ask everyone please remain seated for us the whole time for the train's in motion. As well as we'd ask small children, we'd ask we don't please sit towards the inside the bench and away from each of the car openings as well. This is for their own safety. We also do ask that all hands, arms, legs, and feet do stay inside the train. And most importantly, we ask
Ensure a safe ride. Stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids. We're now entering Splash Mountain. Lower to be the location of the Fantasyland and Matterhorn. If we look real hard, you just might find it. It's where the critters are celebrating a zippity-doo-dah day. Speaking of critters, this place we're passing over is home to a whole bunch of them. Here in Critter Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Rare Rabbit, and Rare Bear on their fun-filled adventures. As we steam past Hungry Bear Restaurant, as outpost in these parts, we're now joining up with the Rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. There is the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. The ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters in store. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train.
And Toontown Depot's going to be your stop as you're going to. Watch your step as you do. The trains are going to be a little bit slippery. Stay careful.
It's Toontown.
Sí, es que se fue comercial. Es que mi vuelo no es comercial, es militar. Militar, aquí pues es comercial. Militar es grande. Por eso, porque allá es comercial.
Ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain. We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and starspeeders, submarines and astroblasters, and, if we look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until...
And as we make our way here inside, Tomorrowland again, everyone, everyone. So we have the Frontierland, everything's gonna be And as we get ready to depart with us, everyone, please remain seated for some old times while the train's in motion. As always, we ask spot order, we ask you don't please set them towards the inside the bench. And away to the car wall, this is for those safety. We also do ask that all hands on safe and feet do stay inside the train. And most importantly, we ask parents for companies supervise each one all the time. Here we go.
Lord, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs. We're now returning to our own time and to Main Street Station, gateway to Disneyland. If you're leaving us here, stay in your seat until we come to a full stop. Remember to gather all your personal belongings and step.
And as we make our way here inside, make sure to appreciate us, everyone. Please,
I'm gonna have some wet feet because I forget to put on.
This is going to be.
So we always go back to the car and get up.
Watch your step. It's going to be a little bit slippery. Thank you very much.
This is Main Street
Might be a good
Station,
idea.
Main Street, USA.